How can the richest continent on Earth have some of the poorest people? Africa has gold, oil, diamonds, cobalt, uranium, fertile land, young manpower. So why is the continent still struggling? Because Africa was never meant to develop. It was designed to be exploited. For centuries, foreign powers understood one thing: whoever controls Africa's resources controls global power. And so began one of the greatest economic extractions in human history. Not partnership, not development, extraction. Africa became a warehouse of raw materials, feeding empires while its own people remained trapped in poverty. And the system never truly ended. It only changed form. They told Africa it gained independence. But look carefully. Many nations removed colonial flags while keeping colonial systems. The mines stayed foreign-owned. The currencies stayed controlled. The economies stayed dependent. Even today, many African countries export raw materials cheaply, then import finished products at higher prices. The continent does the labor. Others take the profit. That is not accidental. That is economic design. Then came a new weapon: debt. Loans disguised as aid. Conditions disguised as support. Countries were forced into economic policies that weakened local industries, destroyed self-sufficiency, and increased dependence on foreign systems. Meanwhile, corrupt leaders became gatekeepers. Some sold out their own nations for personal wealth. Billions disappeared. Resources vanished. The people suffered. And every election promised change, while the system stayed exactly the same. But the deepest colonization was not physical. It was mental. Africans were taught to distrust themselves, to worship foreign validation, foreign brands, foreign systems, foreign beauty standards, foreign approval. A people disconnected from their identity become easier to control. The education systems rarely teach economic independence. The media rarely teaches self-awareness. Instead, people are distracted by survival, division, entertainment, and politics, while resources continue flowing outward. But Africa is not weak. Africa is sleeping, and there is a difference. The moment Africans begin controlling their own resources, their own narratives, their own industries, their own minds, everything changes, because the greatest threat to exploitation is an awakened population. The future of Africa will not be saved by outsiders. It will be built by people who finally understand the game being played against them. Africa was never poor. Africa was drained. And once the people realize that, the entire system begins to shake.